Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to another beer review. Now, this beer we've got here, I saw this in Sainsbury's on the shelf. I don't know how long it's been out for. I think it's a brand new one from them. And I looked at the can and it made me think with a wry smile, reminded me of a US beer, which has been, you know, taken out of the supermarkets. What's the Northern Monk? We have got, it's a tall boy. We've got the 568ml can of Beyond, their classic, apparently a classic IPA, clocking at 6.5% ABV. You know what? You know, when they have these kind of like advertising consultants at these companies, breweries or whatever, they really do their homework, don't they? We're not talking about the actual design of the can. We're talking about the colours, the green. The 568ml can. This was quite expensive, £4.25. Okay. I thought of Stone as soon as I saw that. Now, yeah, in beer terms, Stone are light years better than Northern Monk. Okay, that's my opinion. They are. But with the colour green, there was a green tinge to some of the Stone decal on the cans they had, and the 568 tall boy top of thing. I just thought of Stone, and they're not stupid, Northern Monk, because they got two words which really, when I picked it up, rang to me: citrus and piney. So we've got a classic IPA, 6.5% ABV, not as strong as the Stone one. And it's called Beyond. So there you go. This is slightly chilled. It says explore a new world with a journey to the frontier, craft brewed with Northern pride, packed with citrus pininess. Now, when Northern Monk are good, they can do a really good beer. Like a lot of, frustratingly, it's like with a lot of big breweries, they are more than capable of brewing fantastic stuff. What comes into play when you pick it up from the supermarket shelf, and I've said this time and time again, is the economics. The economics involved in brewing beer to get it in vast quantities on a supermarket shelf and still make money. So, looking at this, yeah, I think they just did it for the hell of it, knowing that Stone was being taken out of Asda. And to be honest, Stone IPA is one of my favourite IPAs. And to be honest, I think the reason why they did that is maybe to do with the tariffs that Mr. Donald Trump is trying to impose on everybody else. So let's get a whiff. It smells decent. Big, bold fruit notes. It's not saying it's a West Coast. Okay? I don't see anything to this can that says it's a West Coast. Okay, so it's just the fact is that the way they've marketed this beer, it just reminds me of an American tall boy. So there's nothing here that says West Coast IPA. Nothing whatsoever. So this is chilled. So I'm having it what they intended it to be. Stick that there. Beer in a glass, as you can see. Yeah, it's loads of carbonation. Slightly lighter than marmalade, so to me it doesn't even look like a West Coast. So if they're trying to portray that, it doesn't even look like a West Coast to me. But is it any good? Now, you would have thought they've had enough practice over the years. Northern Monk should do a decent IPA. So let's get a whiff. It smells decent. Yeah, nice lemon, grapefruit. You could smell the pine even. It smells decent. Yeah, it does. I'm going to go in. Cheers. Going again. You know what? That is not bad. That is not bad at all. That is not bad at all. That there is a slightly maltiness on that arse end, which I'll be honest with you, I'm I'm not really a fan of. Everything else ticks the boxes for me. Um, let's go in. As soon as what greets you, excuse me for that, is the pine note hits you first for me. Get the pine note on the front end for me. Bitterness, lemon, gooseberry. It's very refreshing. Um, body of the beer. It's pretty decent. And there's a nice drinkability to this, considering it's 6.5% ABV. Lots of drinkability. Um, it's not overladen with flavours. It's kind of like what you see is what you read, what you envisage is what you get. Basically, they're not lying on the can when they say citrus and piney notes. They're there in abundance. Classic IPA, definitely. It feels like a back to basics jobby for them, and it's worked for me. Sometimes over the years, when you try so many beers, you get lost in all these different styles. You get lost with all these different adjunct styles, they have over the years. And sometimes what you crave is for breweries to, excuse me, got a bit of wind, is to breweries to step back and go back to basics. Go back to the main styles of beer. Brew a decent interpretation of a style of beer. The basics, the IPAs, the bitters, your stouts, the pale ales. Coming to this, for me, I think they've done a pretty good. I'm praising a brewery who should know how to brew this stuff anyway. It's like praising a university graduate for for writing a sentence, for writing or using correct grammar in a sentence. That is how mundane and stupid this review is in a way. But I'm praising a brewery that should know this already and should know how to produce this already. Which I find annoying. But getting at this, go in, quite a slightly hard mouthfeel. There's a fresh feel, lemons in abundance, lots of citrus, gooseberry in abundance. Overall, that piney note I absolutely love to this beer. Overall, yeah, it was expensive for what it is. I get that. I don't think many people, it has to be good to want people to buy it over £4 a can. Getting at this, what do I think? I think they've done a pretty good job. They're not lying when it's a classic IPA. It's got them lovely flavours to it. So it gets the thumbs up from me. Would I buy it again? No, because of the price tag. That's how much it cost me. I think people will be grumbling. But overall, well done, Northern Monk, for brewing an IPA. Didn't know you had it in you. Cheers, everyone. See you on my next one. Bib bib.